What's up, guys? Brandon for Renaissance Entertainment, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin possibly returning to the ring in the near future. But anyways, guys, let's hop right into this topic. So, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin had his podcast on Monday after Monday Night Raw, and his guest was Paul Heyman. It was absolutely fantastic. Great questions, great pictures, great stories. And, of course, it ended off with Paul Heyman asking Stone Cold Steve Austin, would it be an option for him to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32? You know, one of the most badass dudes, ever in WWE against the Beast incarnate. Well, I understand that it's in his stomping grounds in Texas, and, it's in front of 105,000 people. That's what Paul Heyman said. But, I would really like to see, Brock Lesnar versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like I said, one of the most badass people in WWE history versus the Beast incarnate. That would be absolutely fantastic. And like I said before, WrestleMania 32 is really starting to sound like an Attitude Era type of match, match card, because we're supposed to see, Hulk Hogan in a tag team match. We're supposed to see Shawn Michaels make a return, to face off against Hunter, aka Triple H, in a retirement match. And if Shawn Michaels doesn't make a return, it's supposed to be The Rock versus Triple H, and it's supposed to be Sting versus The Undertaker. Like I said, it definitely sounds like an old card type of match card, and I absolutely love it. And it actually sounds like the creative team are actually starting to come up with an angle between Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar, because apparently if they're starting to come up with an angle and hopefully have one before SummerSlam, and if the angle of course sounds okay, then Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to accept it, and they just go on from there. But we do have to think of the other side. If the angle isn't okay, then it's not going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar, because Stone Cold was talking about a return at WrestleMania 32 before Brock Lesnar. His name wasn't mentioned. He was just thinking about having a return, and Brock Lesnar would be a perfect guy for it. Because it was supposed to be The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. If it's Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, there's a lot going around for WrestleMania 32, but they're already coming up with an angle. Now, I'm not saying that they have it in detail already right now, but, the beginning of the angle is actually starting to take form right now at this moment. And, if they have one before SummerSlam, then, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to look over it. And, if it's to his liking, then he's going to say yes. So, like I said, this is pretty interesting news. I wouldn't mind seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar, because in the words of Stone Cold, that would be a huge main event of itself, maybe even match of the year. But of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin started to get a little heated throughout that whole entire, discussion between Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman was kind of taking it as a joke. He was on his phone, he was texting and all this other stuff, but I don't know if that was a part of the storyline, or if Stone Cold's badass type of, character started to come out in the podcast, or, Stone Cold Steve Austin was, actually really mad because he was talking about the match. Paul Heyman really wasn't taking it serious, but, like I said, they're really starting to talk about Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, joining forces and having him face off against Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 32. So this is kind of interesting, this is pretty exciting. But anyways, guys, you heard it here first. It is possible that Stone Cold Steve Austin can be facing off against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32 in front of 105,000 people at AT&T Stadium. But anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by the top daily WWE place to be. I really do appreciate you for watching my video. And if you're new around here, why not hit the subscribe button, because I do upload WWE content on the daily. But anyways, guys, we'll talk to you later.